Hello! Welcome back to part 2 of no makeup tutorial for beginners using only 4 products. Today is the fun part. We'll do color makeup, the blush, the eyes, and the lips, and some additional contouring too. I'll go over all the secrets of Korean makeup artists for the ultimate natural makeup look just like these. And the best part is simple and quick. So let's go. First, we're gonna start with hydrating our lips. I'm gonna use this Torridon lip essence, but really you can use any lip balm or even Vaseline if you have it. We got our lip ready for our lip makeup later. So in part 1, we did a foundation. Next step is blush. In terms of color selection, this is a natural makeup tutorial. So let's select a color that matches your own complexion, which is the color of your cheeks when you get flushed from a high intensity workout. That is your personal one and only unique blush color that you naturally have. But if you're not sure, just go with whatever blush color you want. After all, makeup is all about having fun and expressing yourself. So first, get a brush like this. We want it to be smaller than the area we want to color in. So that way, it's easier to control. If it's too big, then it's hard to control where the blush gets on. So I'm gonna use this one from Mall. It's essential pink color. So I'm gonna get it on the brush. And then get it evenly distributed on the brush. We talked about this in the part 1 video. If it's uneven on the brush, then when it gets to our skin, it gets uneven and patchy on our face. So that's why we always want to get it evenly distributed on the brush. And then we tap out the excess. This should be enough. So we can do whatever shape you want. I'm going to do this shape, but you can do this shape or this shape, whatever you want. But the end result we want is a natural gradient blush where it's darker on the inside and then it's lighter on the outside. And because the first touch will get most amount of product, the most amount of blush. So we want to touch here first and then gradually work our way out like this. So I'm going to start here. Tap here first and then gradually work my way out. Notice that we are tapping instead of brushing because we have liquid foundation underneath. So if we brush, that can take off the foundation. So we want to tap. And once we have powdered this section, then it's okay to brush over it. And then with what's left on the brush, I'm gonna lightly go over the dark circle area, and then our eyes, then the edges of our face, and the nose. So we're not just coloring here, we are giving an overall complexion so it looks more natural that way. So let's do that again. Actually, what we have left here is actually enough to color the other side of the face. We'll start here, then gradually work our way out. Hide our dark circle, go over our dark circle, our eyes, the forehead. Natural, right? So what we did was we went over this area first, and then with whatever left on the brush, we did dark circle coverage, and then we tapped on this eye area, and then lightly on the forehead, and then we went over the edges, and then the nose, like this. So the reason I picked a powder blush is even though liquid blush will look more natural, powder blush is easier to control for beginners because you can layer on top of each layer. But liquid blush tend to come out stronger with just first layer. So if it gets too strong, then it looks a little weird, and then we have to erase our makeup, and then we are already late to our thing. So I recommend powdered blush for beginners. And also powdered blush is more long lasting because we have liquid foundation underneath. So when the liquid foundation meets the powdered blush, they hang on to each other and then they last long. It's kind of like when flour meets water when we are baking, and it gets really sticky, right? And it's kind of impossible to get rid of from our hands. It's the same concept. Okay, so next is eye makeup. As with all makeup, but especially with no makeup look, the star of the show is not the makeup products. I know they're beautiful, but the star of the show is you. So we'll select a color based on the color of your skin, hair, and eye. That is your natural color palette. And we'll select eye makeup colors closest to your natural beautiful palette. We are selecting two colors, one light and one dark. And the light color, we want it to be a little darker than your skin color. So in this eye palette that I have, I'm going to use this color because that's a little darker than my skin color. If you have dark skin, then choose color that is a little lighter than your skin color. And for the dark color selection, we want to select a color that's similar to your eyes or your hair color. So in this eye palette, I'm going to use this one because I have brown eyes and black hair. If you are one of the lucky few who have those blue or green beautiful eyes, I recommend orange family color for blue eyes and pink family color for green eyes. Those are complementary colors, so they'll make your eyes pop. So with the light color, we want to go over the lid up to where we have the bone. So the area we want to color is here, up to the bone. And we want this to be darker, and then gradually kind of disappearing. And we'll also color in this area after the lid too. So we are going to get even on the brush again. So it's good to have a tissue like this. Make sure it's even on the brush. Then I'm going to start from the bottom and make my way up. Go like this. That should be enough. And with what we have left, I'm going to go over it, over our eyebrows. So that way at the end, our eye and our brow and our hair color, it will align and it will look more cohesive. We can always do another layer, but what we want is the first layer to be so light that we want to go, is it there? Is it, did I get it on? That's what we want. And then I'm gonna do another dab, another light dab, and then put it under our eyes, a light stroke. Okay, let me do the other side really quick. Get the eyebrows. Try to get the empty spots under the eyes. Alright, next is optional. We're gonna do some nose shading for contouring. So we're gonna get it on the brush. And we don't wanna start on the nose. We wanna start from our eyes and then connect it to the nose. That way it looks more natural. So there's a part where it's like there's a hole there, here. We're gonna start there and then slowly push our way out to the nose. You see what I mean? this. And then to the top of the nose, I'm gonna skip this part. Into the bottom part of the nose. Do a little bit more. So start from here. Okay, how does it look? Natural shading, right? Now with the dark color, we're going to get it on our eyes close to the lash line. We selected a color that's close to our eye color and hair color, right? So we want it to be close to our iris, so it brings out the eyes. For the brush, we want something short and not too flimsy. Something like this. The target area is here, around the iris. And then if you can get these two ends to get a little darker, that helps make it more three-dimensional. Then we're going to put a little bit at the end under the eye here. So get it on the brush. Make sure it's even on the brush. I'm going to go like this. Do one sweep. Just one light sweep. And then get a little more on the brush. Then I'm gonna actually draw a triangle here. I'll show you on the iPad in a minute. And another triangle here. And with what's left on the brush, let's get the empty spots. Our eyebrow. And get it on the brush a little bit more. Gonna make it like this. Okay, let's practice that again. Get it on the brush. Do a light sweep inside the double eyelid line. I don't know why I make my lips go like this whenever I do my eye makeup, but I do. Get more on the brush, and then we're gonna do this triangle. Like this. So what I did there was I did a light layer. Okay, so this was the double eyelid line. If you don't have double eyelid, just pretend like you have double eyelid and then have an imaginary line. And then I did light layer once, and then I made a triangle here and then another triangle here within the line. We give a little more depth, and then I did a little bit underneath the eyes. If you want, you can pull it out like this very lightly, so it kind of extends our eyes, but it's very subtle. Now the easiest part, we're gonna do the lip makeup. We're going to take off the excess lip balm. It's easier if you use Q-tips, cotton swabs, but I don't have it handy right now. I also forgot my lip makeup. Okay, here we go. Now the easiest part, the lip makeup with cotton swabs. Clean up the lip balm, which I just did. For a natural look, we'll pick a color similar to our blush. For me, I picked this nudie color. It's pretty nudie. We're going to start from the center and then work our way out. So it's easy. It'll be more long lasting if we use lip brush. But I need to wash my lip brush, so we'll just use our hands. And there we go. How do you like your looks? Great job following along. I know there was a lot of explanation. Let me know if I was over explaining. but hopefully it was easy to follow along. I wish I could see how your makeup turned out. Let me know in the comments below, as well as any questions you have. And remember, you're perfect just as you are. No makeup can beat the glow from self-esteem and confidence. So let's hug ourselves for doing such a good job, for always doing so much, because we always ask ourselves for a lot. We're doing so well. Have a beautiful day. Ciao!